Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to address all the PTCGL apologists, including some of the bigger names in the, the streaming area. Let's go. All right, so just like to start off by saying that Andrew Mahone is probably my favorite streamer, YouTuber when it comes to the actual trading card game. So this is nothing against him. I just think he has some horrible takes here, so we're going to go through them first. First one being quotations, but Andrew, if there's nothing to trade, how is it the trading card game? And his response to that is that there are no cards either, it's just all zeros and ones, get over it. So I don't know how we would feel if it was just a collection game. I guess not a game at that point. It was just collecting cards. They removed the actual ability to play the game. Would it just be zeros and ones at that point? Would you have the same response to that? Some people like to trade. I think that's probably the biggest and best part that sets the Pokemon trading card game online, apart from Hearthstone, apart from MTG Arena, or anything else, any of those other card games that matter a whole lot less, that less people play. That's it is what it is. You can't be mad at people for liking that aspect of it. I know many times there's been friends of mine that want to start playing, and I'll have extra cards and I'll be able to send those over to them. Just trade them for whatever they have on hand and help them finish their deck if I have extra cards. So it's a social aspect as well. Even though that social aspect is not baked into the game, you're not on there necessarily making friends. If you have friends that are interested in playing, it's an easy way to get them involved, get them playing. When you have extra copies, awesome way to share. The cards are worth, for the most part, so little, especially in standard format, the regular versions of things, that you don't even mind helping people out. And maybe that gets them into the trading card game, and that helps the Pokemon company because they're probably going to buy physical cards at that point. All right, here we go. So apparently people are calling him a shill for not overly criticizing the Pokemon TCG Live. I completely understand that he loves PTCGO, and I agree that a modern replacement should make people excited, and did make me excited until they started to reveal what it looked like and I guess the changes that are made. I think the only positive change that I've seen, as we'll go through this video, we'll address a lot of the concerns and a lot of the the defenses used by these people that are defending the new game. Andrew Mahone, I'm sure his YouTube is probably big enough to receive free product from the Pokemon company. So at that point, you probably don't want to step on toes. I don't care. They're not sending me anything. So I'm going to say what I think about it, just straight up. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if anyone that streams on a large scale, streams the games or makes videos on the Pokemon TCG Live, it wouldn't be out of the realm of them ending up with a free account or an unlocked account where they have everything. The same thing with like Arena or anyone like that. So it's hard for them to be critical, especially of an economy, in-game economy or system, when they're not paying for any of that. So it's not at that point, I'm sure. I don't think anyone's been offered an unlocked account, but it wouldn't surprise me if it happened. Also, regardless of the system, if you're playing this game every day, whether you're playing PTCGO, whether you're playing Magic Arena, or anything like that, the economy is going to be a lot more forgiving. So you can usually build up in-game currency, but for someone just starting out, I don't think there's anything that's less expensive to make a deck than PTCGO is, and I don't think that system should have been changed in any way. Did the game need a revamp? Absolutely. Does it look pretty stale, pretty awful? Yeah. Is the new live version, does it look any better? I don't think so. It doesn't even really look like the game itself. So yeah, people calling people a shill. It's kind of the same thing. People, I would say most people that are working with a company, especially Pokemon, if they're sending free product, people are going to be hesitant to criticize them for obvious reasons. Then obviously they're not going to get anything else, or potentially going to lose that free product or whatever Pokemon might send. I don't think they do it very often, and it's typically not very much. But to have that product before release and to be able to make a video out of it and basically free content is certainly something that people don't want to lose. Right. So what else? So I had someone say that trading was predatory, which I thought was a little bit strange. How is trading predatory, but somehow you don't think microtransactions and battle passes aren't? I don't get it. So let's maybe get into how people were saying that this is for the greater cause, that now they'll be able to play on mobile. And I'm going to show you that you can play on mobile, just for some reason Pokemon trading card game online was not made available. Let's get into that. Here we go. We are on an Android smartphone, S9i, for anyone keeping track. Not the smallest or biggest screen, just a pretty standard, I think, in this day and age. So for some reason you can't download this. It won't let you. It'll say your device is not compatible. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's an excuse to be able to make that new client. This is extremely playable on a screen this size, and by turning the phone sideways you don't have all that nonsense that you see with the Pokemon trading card game live, where the cards are condensed into just the artwork box. You don't have to have your prize cards all down the side. So let's log in here. I don't want to. Maybe we'll just get into a game, play a couple cards. You'll see kind of how it looks, and then we'll concede. We'll give somebody a free win. So yeah, you have to download the APK, which is basically the same thing you would get from the Microsoft Store or whatnot. So now let's go into to look at our collection. So we go into our collection here. As you can see, maybe if you have like really big fingers or something, you have a hard time. I don't have all the cards loaded in. But the problem with the APK is that it will not update. It's locked that way. So you'll have to download the latest version each time. So as you can see, very easy to look through my cards. No more difficult than it is on the computer. Let's get rid of that. And packs, rest in peace. So let's get into a game. As you can see, looks just like it does on any other platform. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Not the best. So let's go into standard format. We're gonna play let's play a Flareon game. If it goes too long, then we'll just surrender. Looking for opponent. Here we go. So character models look pretty derpy, although the new ones do not look any better. Sorry, anyone that likes them, but I don't know if I have something for size reference, or just like a pen. So like my screen is not very big, but it's still plenty playable. Also, I got my I need to clean my screen off a little bit here. A little grimy. You can see all your cards. Your cards are set up the way they would be when you're playing an actual game. Don't ask me why you would ever want to turn your screen sideways and lose that. You know, your playmat is like this. Is more horizontal than it is vertical. And if it's at an angle the way it is on here, there's definitely no issue. playing any of these cards. I mean, it's a little bit more difficult to see, probably from that angle, but works fine. No problem with that. Why it wasn't released, why they don't let you download it, maybe they don't want to pay to have it on the App Store. I'm not sure. That is a mystery. All right, next up, Frosted Caribou, back on the channel. So at this point, I'm going to have to agree with her. I've disagreed in the past with some of the things that she said about the market and everything else, but she definitely plays a lot of PTCGO. Ranked mode, finally, I 100% agree. Ranked would have been and is an awesome way for you to track how good you are, or your progress as you go up the ladder. It's a little bit... I guess if you're going for participation medals, then maybe you don't want a ranked mode. But my opinion, if you don't want to play ranked, then don't play ranked. But good to have it there for somebody that wants to progress and see how well they're doing so. But in-game trading is gone. Thoughts? So you can see here, right away, this should throw everyone off. It sucks that there's no trading in-game. Don't know what to say. So, Boo made a poll before making a video to see what other people think. I guess just to maybe to get the opinion on both sides, kind of ride the fence a little bit. I'm of the opinion that this is probably almost certainly for the worst, but I could be wrong. They could turn it around. Anytime I see microtransactions or battle passes, it immediately leads me to believe that they're going to get into what these other card games are doing. Hearthstone is a standalone game, so it's hard for it to actually kind of be a thing without some sort of microtransaction or cost of the game up front. So you're gradually paying every time sets come out. You're going to buy the new set or packs for the new set and have to build your decks that way. The same kind of crafting system where you can only have a certain amount of each card, and then they turn into dust and use the dust to craft your other cards. So in a game like that, it makes a little bit more sense, I think, because they have no other source of income. The Pokemon trading card game, whether it be online or live, does have a source of income. That's an incentive for you to buy a booster pack because you'll get that card in there as well, the code card. Even if you don't use the code cards, if you don't play the trading card game, if you don't play the trading card game online or live, then no big deal. You can either give those codes away to somebody that can use them if you're feeling generous. If you have an abundance of them because you open a ton of product, you can always sell them on the secondary market. And that secondary market is not a bad thing because that makes everything so incredibly affordable in terms of getting packs. If you wanted to open packs online to build your deck, you can pretty much do so and it still be affordable. In real life, not so much when you're trying to get 4 copies of something. But when your packs are like 20, 25 cents when they're new or relatively new, you can go pretty wild with them. So here we go. Happy Mask Salesman. Never heard of this person before, but they have pretty much summed this up perfectly, saying fix the avatars. Yeah, the avatars are absolutely terrible. I don't know what they were thinking. Someone was like, no, you can't be Ash. You're not Ash. You got to be yourself. Well, I don't want to be a weird 3D clay model version of the old avatars. They can make the avatars look like Pokemon characters and have them customizable. It's not an issue, I'm sure. Trading TCG says everything. Yes, there should be trading. It's a great part. Some people say it's predatory. Well, guess what? If you lose your $2 V because you didn't know that you shouldn't trade it for a common Pikachu or something, maybe this is a good lesson. You can't protect people forever. And maybe if they have a bad trade, then they learn from it and they don't make a bad trade in real life. Maybe this is a good option for if you have kids that you don't want them to, you want them to learn how to trade, how to fairly trade, and learn markets. Basically, it's kind of a great tool for that. But you don't want them to bring their binder full of valuable cards to school. Maybe you let them trade on the online game. I mean, what's the worst case? You trade a pack, or you trade something that's a couple dollars on the high end. Add the old cards. I agree. I think if you're going to monetize cosmetics, even if it's primarily only cosmetics, that's going to be in this battle pass or the microtransactions or anything like that, why are you not transferring on the old cards? Like, someone with Call of Legends energies is going to get absolutely decimated. So now they're going to panic, sell them off to somebody that maybe doesn't know that they won't be transferred over. And weird, like, why would you take something that's like a cool old thing that they have in game that's still playable, even in standard format? You're going to take that from them and then charge them so that they can unlock cosmetic items, probably something similar. Let us change the playmat. Yeah, why I've said this already in the last video. Why would you not be able to change the playmat, and why are there no playmats? Why is the layout for the trading card game not the actual layout that you would play the trading card game in? I kind of understand that it has to be for space savings if you wanted to do vertical game, which you don't, as you just seen in my PTCGO on my phone. You don't need to go vertical. There's no reason for it. I can see more on my screen on PTCGO than you can in the screen shares and all the previews that we've had of live. It doesn't make any sense. It's not designed to be vertical. It doesn't work. Maybe if you had like the old the 3DS or something with the two screens, you could have like one playmat on each, which would be really cool. But yeah, even it does. I don't get it. Why would you, unless people really like to play games with their phone vertical? Let us redeem codes from packs. So as far as I can tell, this is still going to happen, which is nice. But to be able to trade packs is also a good thing. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to. So if I want to, say I want to scan my packs in, I don't want to open my packs necessarily. I don't need 4 of every card. Say I want to build my Flareon deck that I built recently. I don't want to open until I have Flareons to make my deck. I could, at least I have the option, if I don't want to open packs and get those other cards, that I can trade my sealed packs for maybe the more expensive cards in the deck that I'm looking to build, or the more sought after ones. Basically, the in-game currency in the Pokemon trading card game online is the sealed packs from the most recent release. So, tag battles. I don't really care if there's tag battles. Not really a priority. Tournament mode. Yeah, tournament, like custom tournaments and stuff like that would be really cool to have that all set up. And a release date. So I think it's coming soon. I don't know. Boo agrees. Playmats are a good idea. I think they're a good idea. Why would you could sell collection boxes with a playmat, and it comes with a code that includes the playmat and the sleeves and stuff. That's where you get your money. On the physical product, you keep the physical product alive. And if people don't want the codes, they either give them away or they can sell them to recoup some of the money that they spent on their packs. So they make the packs more affordable. That person can open more packs. Someone else is happy because they have a playmat that came with whatever product that the person opened. And just to show you how inexpensive the code cards are, for everyone that's saying, oh yeah, well, it's so much more expensive with the code cards. Look at this. The most recent set, the most valuable pack that you can possibly have in-game currently is $24 for 100. So you get 24 cents will get you an in-game pack. There is nothing that will ever compare to this in terms of microtransactions or anything of the like. So this is good. This is absolutely as good as it gets. And for that 100, with those 100 packs, you can build pretty much any deck. I'm not saying max rarity. You can't go balls to the walls with secret rares and alternate arts and stuff like that. But you can certainly build a very competitive deck with that money. 24 bucks. Easy entry, right? And then even less. So if you go further back, we get 20-cent Chilling Rain. Can you go wrong with that? If you really wanted to pull something out of 100 packs, as long as you're not looking for a max rarity version of it, you're probably going to get whatever you're looking for. That's pretty well. Let's take a look at Magic Arena for fun and see what that would cost you to build a deck, since I had someone bring it up that it was much cheaper to play Magic Arena. Alright, so here we are. This is the extreme example, I think, because we have Magic the Gathering that's going to monetize the cards that you can also buy in packs. This is, I think, one of the biggest reasons why I don't buy Magic the Gathering cards, on top of the fact that I'm trying to collect one of every English Pokemon card, so it just puts it kind of into another tier of, do I want to take that burden on? Probably not to mention all the multiple rarities and everything in the newest sets would be just impossible to keep up with. Let's see if we can get everything on the screen here. Mostly. So, if we go to store, Magic the Gathering does not have codes in the booster packs the same way that Pokemon Trading Card Game Online has. So here we go. We have all kinds of cool things that you can buy, all kinds of microtransaction goodness. Can anyone off the top of their head tell me how much 3,400 Julie Boys are? No, you can't, because it's the same predatory kind of system where you spend your money on some gems and then you use your gems. So it's not like you're really spending money anymore. You're spending gems at that point. It seems a whole lot like what the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live is going to do. So let's go to packs here. I'd have to make myself a little bit smaller so we can see. So if we go to get packs, I guess in the store we can go to the other tab. So here we go. For 90 packs, which from my experience is probably the amount that you need in order to build a competitive deck, in order to get enough materials to craft the ones that you don't have. And you might even, with those 90 packs, be missing a few cards, because the rare cards are typically a little bit difficult to acquire. So let's say that you need that 18,000 gems. So here we go. We remember that it was probably like 90 packs, 100 packs in Pokemon Trading Card Game Online if you buy the codes. We're looking at something like $24, maybe even a little less later on into Evolving Skies being the newest set. So here we go, 90 packs, 18,000 gems. So now we have to look up gems. So we need this 20,000 gems, which is $100. Oh, this is Canadian, by the way. But I think there's tax on this as well. So you're looking at $100. So at least 4x the cost to build your first deck in game. And yes, before anyone says anything, I have purchased these. I built several decks. Once the deck rotates out, then you're stuck. If you haven't played enough to unlock packs with coins, then guess what? You're buying another one of these suckers, and you are building a new deck, because it rotates out rather quickly. And unlike Pokemon, there's a lot of stuff that isn't kept in standard or isn't reprinted as often. At least in the modern era stuff, where if you had Ultra Balls or whatever that are going to come out in not too long, then you can use the old Ultra Balls in your standard format. In here, most of the cards that you're dealing with in Arena are not coming back. They're gone, and if you're playing standard, you don't have them anymore. So that's for anyone that's saying that Magic the Gathering is cheaper. Here you go. Show me otherwise. Build a top tier deck on a brand new account for less than $100, and leave it in the comments below. Oh, before we get off the Magic arena, we should say that the Midnight Hunt set mastery. So each time a set comes out, here's a 3,400 jewels, which is, yes, you guessed it, $20. So here's another $20 on top of your $100 if you want to do that as well to get some cosmetic things. Not to mention all these stickers and other different moving artworks that you can buy. So there's lots of ways to spend money on things that aren't actually Magic the Gathering. But don't worry, you'll have them online for a short period of time before they rotate out. All right, here's another case. Somebody defending the old microtransactions. I don't understand why people defend these. Everyone's like, oh, it's a free-to-play game. Yeah, so was Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. And no, it's not really a free game. If there's microtransactions, free to play, sure, I guess. There's no one that's going to grind out from absolutely nothing in game without entering codes or purchasing things that's going to get very far. So Celio's Network here, Luke, it says, if anyone is upset about microtransactions and battle passes in Pokemon TCG Live, please explain to me how a game is supposed to exist and improve, succeed without making money. I don't think you get it. The same way that PTCGO has existed forever and people play it, they make money because they sell the physical product. Every time you buy a pack, there's a code card inside it. And that's essentially part of that booster pack's cost is the code card. Whether you want to resell that code card, whether you want to give it away, whether you want to take advantage and use it and play the game online, that is completely up to you. It's your code card, just like it is your pack of cards and your commons. If you don't want the commons, you can toss them in the garbage if you want. You can make a mural out of them. You can give them to someone. It's no different. It's part of the contents of the pack. Same way that an Elite Trainer box comes with sleeves. That's baked in or should be baked into the price of the product. And that's essentially your microtransaction or bonus reward, you might even say, for purchasing physical Pokemon cards. And I think a brilliant model. People don't seem to understand that there's extra value added there when you buy a pack of Pokemon cards versus a pack of Magic the Gathering, because you do have that code card in there. What you want to do with it is just comes down to what you actually want to do with it. There are lots of people, if you're throwing your code cards out, they would love to have them. So just post them, send them to someone, find somebody that plays the game, and send them their way. If you're not inclined, they're not worth very much money, as we've seen in this video. So if you don't want your 24 cents or 20 cents, if it's a little bit older of a set, then just pass them on. Someone that's building a deck or that wants to play the game would be happy to use those. I am ecstatic that Pokemon TCG will finally have a battle pass and stuff like every other PC game. That's the thing. It was better than every other PC game or every other trading card game. If you can't call them trading card games. Other card game, strategy card game, because it had the trading aspect. That was one of the best things. I remember when I first started playing with my cousin, and we were opening packs at that point in time, and we'd get cards that the other person would need, and we'd trade them, and it was the best feeling because at least we were helping each other build our decks, and then we play against each other. It's a good part, and even if the interaction is in person and the trade happens over the game, it's no different than player battles or anything like that in a main series Pokemon game. That extra interaction that you can play with friends is always a good thing, even if it's a single player game like the main series. To add that aspect where you can trade Pokemon in a main series game, that's awesome. Mystery trade or sit down with a friend. Back in my day, you'd get your link cable, you'd hook your Game Boys up together, and you'd trade Pokemon as well. If you had different versions, you'd be able to get different Pokemon. Trading is a key aspect in Pokemon, whether it's the trading card game, whether it's the main series game. Trading is one of the best aspects of Pokemon. Catching them as well. Battling, wild battles, when they get rid of wild battles for the Go series, my mind was blown because why? Was it adding anything? No. Was it taking away a fun aspect where you have to actually battle and get them weak and throw the ball at them? Yeah, and I think any kid can figure that out. So bringing it down to that level is not something that's ever good, I don't think. Thanks for tuning in again, guys. I don't get it. I don't get why people want to make excuses or say that something's necessary. This is not an improvement. Like the cards here on the top are not even cards anymore, and this being on the PC, why is it shrunk down like it would have to look if you were holding your phone vertically? I don't get it. It was never required before, as we've seen in this video. There's still plenty of room, especially on the PC. If this is a PC screenshot, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just a sideways phone. But even if it is, it doesn't make any sense. There's like wasted space. Instead of having this weird screen thing, have your play mats and you can have your cards actually set out aside. Hopefully I'm wrong about the economy. Hopefully it's not as predatory as it seems like it's going to be in terms of microtransactions and battle passes. And sorry about all your cool old cards that you like to play with. For the record, I used to bling out my online decks, and I can certainly feel for the people that have a lot of that stuff right now that won't transfer over. If you have Call of Legends, or Heart Gold, Soul Silver cards that are still playable, whether they're reverse trainers or the Call of Legends reverse energies, or even just like the Heart Gold, Soul Silver energies with the Pokemon on them. My heart goes out to you, because those have become pretty rare, somewhat valuable, not like going to bankrupt anyone, I don't think. But it certainly adds up. I think they last I checked, maybe a year or two ago, they were something like $10 a piece. So like, I think it's a huge slap in the face to for Pokemon to tell you, hey, we're not going to transfer those over for you, but here, buy a battle pass and you can get this T-shirt for your character online, or maybe you'll be able to redeem some jewels for your Call of Legends energies in the future. That's probably going above and beyond. But yeah, hopefully they keep it as affordable as it is. And I mean, if there's still codes, there's still going to be people selling the codes. So it's not really going to prevent the secondary market in any way for selling codes if there's still products like that, your Elite Trainer Box codes and stuff like that to get your sleeves in game. All it's going to do is prevent people from scanning it in and then trading it. So you're really hurting the end user more than anything, especially with people that have multiples of things. Or if someone buys a bunch of Elite Trainer boxes, maybe they can't trade some sleeves to their friend or something like that. So like there's no winning there. All right, guys, let me know what you think. This is my take on it. We just got fingers crossed that the microtransactions are extremely optional. They are kind of built into PTCGO with the Jewel system. There's just never any reason to use that, and there shouldn't be, in my opinion. It probably shouldn't even exist to an extent. If you want to get code cards, they are very available. eBay purchasing is the safest thing you can probably do on the internet. If you don't receive whatever you're buying, then eBay is going to look after you. So take care, guys. Join the Discord, join the discussion, let me know what you think. I'll be sure to do a follow-up once we know more, and please don't do us dirty here, Pokemon. Live Pokemon trading card game live.